Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our chapter number 5. Chapter number 5 name is Lines and Angles. We are taking introduction part today for exercise 5.1. In this introductory part, you will learn many definitions and many points which will be useful for your examination in fill in the blanks, true or false, and many things. And also it will be very helpful for solving exercise 5.1. So let us start. Some important definitions are line segment. First, line segment, a part of line with two endpoints is called a line segment, and it is denoted by AB and one dash above AB. Let us look into the definition with this. A part of a line, suppose this XY is a line, part of XY with two endpoints AB are called line segment. That means this part is called line segment, which is the part of the line. Second definition is it is a part of a line with one endpoint and its other end can be extended further. It is denoted by one arrow above AB. So it is called ray AB. Let me explain you. A part of line, this line or this one, with one endpoint, it is having one endpoint, that is A, and other can be extended. You can further extend over here. It is known as ray, and it is denoted by AB and one arrow, and it can be pronounced as, or it can be told as ray AB. Moving to line, it can be extended. You know very much what is line. It can be extended to both the sides, over here also and over here also, and it is denoted by line and like this. Now moving to collinear points. Three or more points are said to be collinear if they lie on the same straight line. If there is one line and on it, if there are three or more than 3 points, all are lying on the line, so it can be called that collinear points. Here A, B and C are collinear points. Next, moving non-collinear point, exactly opposite to collinear. If three or more points are said to be non-collinear if they do not lie on the same line. Here A, B, C, you can see C is out of the line. It is not on the line. So we can say A, B, C are non-collinear points. Moving to next. Now we are taking angles and its type. What is angle and its type? So definition of angle is like this. Just now we have studied about the ray. So when two rays originate from the same end point, they form an angle. Here is one end point. Both ray OA and ray OB have the same end point O. So when two rays, ray OB and OB and OA, originates from the same end point, they form an angle. So this is called angle. Now there are different parts, different names of this angle. You can see OB and OA are the rays, but also they are called as arms of the angle, and arms of the angle AOB, one arm and second arm. The common point is known as vertex, and this is the measure of angle, you can say. Now types of angle according to its measure. First is acute angle, which lies between 0 and 90, less than 90 and more than 0. Any degree above 0 and below 90 can be known as acute angle. Obtuse angle, Obtuse angle, any degree above 90 and below 180 are called obtuse angle. That means starting from 91 till 179, any degree if you see, they are obtuse angle. Right angle, exactly 90 degree. If it is exactly 90 degree, it is known as right angle. If the angle forms 180 degree, then it is known as straight angle. Reflex angle, if the degree is more than 180 and less than 360, it is known as reflex angle. That is starting from 181 till 359, any degree will be known as reflex angle. Now the last one is complete angle, and complete angle means complete circle. This whole, that is 360 degree, exactly 360 degree is known as complete angle. Students, this may be asked in fill in the blanks or true or false or anything. Please go through it carefully. Now moving to some related angles, and what are they? Very much important. These are also very much important. They are 6. First is complementary angles. When the sum of the measure of two angles is 90 degree, then the angles are called complementary angles. Let us look the definition through the example. When the sum of the measure of two angles, XYZ angle plus ABC angle, if we add them, sum of these two angles gives us 90 degree, so we can say that these are complementary angles. If they form 90 degree, sum of these two angles forms 90 degree, then we can say it is complementary angle. Also we can say, if I say this that these two angles are complementary, that means XYZ is complement of ABC. Whenever two angles are complementary, they are complement of each other. That is, ABC is a complementary angle of XYZ, and XYZ is complementary angle of ABC. Let's say this angle is not given, and if I ask you what is the complement of ABC, so what you will do? You will subtract 90 from 90, this 30 you subtract. Whatever angle you will see, it will be the complement of ABC. Moving to supplementary angle. When the sum of the measure of two angles is 180 degree, then the angles are called supplementary angles. Let us try to understand with example. See here, two angles. If I add them, angle XYZ plus angle ABC, if I add them, I will get 180 degree. So when the sum means plus, of the measure of two angles gives us 180 degree, then we can say that these are supplementary angles. Like complementary angles, two angles, if they are supplementary, they are called supplement of each other. That is, ABC is supplementary angle of XYZ, and XYZ is the supplementary angle of ABC. If anyone is given and they ask you what is the supplement angle of angle ABC, you will say 80 degree, because it is 180 minus 100 we will do, so we will get the answer. Now moving to adjacent angles, which is very much important. Adjacent angles. Two angles are said to be adjacent. Here I have made a mistake. Adjacent angles or adjacent to each other only if there are three conditions. They have common arm, they have common vertex, and third one is non-common arms lying on the either side of the common arm. Now I have told you that angles are having two arms, right? While I was explaining angle, I have told you that angles are having two arms. Now see, adjacent angles when we will call, if we see that the two angles, here the angles I am taking is ABC, one angle, and the other angle is CBD, are said to be adjacent if they have the common arm. Common arm between them is BC. See, ABC also have BC, and CBD also have BC. So they have common arm. Okay. They have common vertex also, that is B. B is the common vertex between them. And the non-common arms. Let me show you non-common arms. Non-common arms means the one which is not common. This is common, so this is not common. AB and BD. Non-common arms lying on the either side of the common arm. That means this is common arm, one will lie above it and one will lie below it. If these three conditions satisfied, then only it is said that the angles are adjacent angles. Now moving to the fourth angle, linear pair angles. A linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides are opposite rays. See students, if I take this arm and do it like it is forming one line, I take it, I hold it like this and shift over here like it is forming one line, they will become linear pair. So it is telling exactly what I have told, but if you don't know how to define this, you can also go through this. Two adjacent angles whose sum is 180 degree are said to be linear pair angles. That means these are two adjacent angles, ABC and CBD are two adjacent angles. If their sum is 180 degree, 120 plus 60, if their sum is 180 degree, they are called linear pair angles. Here see ABC plus CBD is 180 degree, therefore it is linear pair angles. So we can say that angles in linear pair are supplementary. Why? Supplementary means 180. Yes, angles in the linear pair are forming 180 degree. So that is the sum of the measure of angles must be 180 degree. It is very important. For fill in the blanks it may be asked. Please go through this video lecture properly. Fifth number question. Vertically opposite angles. When two lines intersect each other, the vertically opposite angles so formed are equal. Let me explain you through example. If two lines, where is two line? Here, AB and CD intersects, they are intersecting each other, then the vertically opposite angles, see AOD, opposite angles of AOD, opposite angle of AOD is BOC and opposite angle of AOC is BOD. So the angle, opposite angle, vertically opposite angles so formed are equal. That means whatever the measure of this angle is, it will also be of this angle. Let us say if this is 100 degree, then this will also be 100 degree, right? And if it is 80 degree, then this is also 80 degree. This is what they are telling, vertically opposite angles, and this is the definition of also vertically opposite angles. Students, this is all for today's lecture. In new video lecture we will start exercise 5.1, but I want you all to go through this video lecture at least 2 to 3 times so that you can understand it properly. And many a times in examinations questions are coming from this topic which I have discussed you with right now. We will meet with exercise 5.1 in new lecture. Till then, take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.